everybody. It's December the 17th, Sunday afternoon at 1:10. Exactly, well, almost exactly 1 week till Christmas. Well, Christmas Eve. And today I'm going to drive over to a little creek that runs off the Choctawhatchee River. It's just south of Geneva off of the Choctawhatchee River, inside the Florida state line, called Wright's Creek. It's a pretty creek, and we're gonna come over here and put the kayak in and go upstream, and just to see what it looks like. I hadn't been over here in a while, and actually the water level has been so low on the rivers and the creeks. Last time I came to the Choctawhatchee, the river was 1 to 2 foot deep and less. So this little creek runs, like I said, it runs off of the Choctawhatchee. It's in between Highway 2 below Geneva on the state line, Florida state line. It's in between there and Caryville. It's been a while since I've been up that way, so I would really like to see what it looks like. So anyway, come on with me, and we'll just see what it looks like, and we'll have a good time. Through Spring Road we just turned onto. And it's on down here. This will lead out right to the Choctawhatchee. So this is where I normally put in. It's definitely up. The rain has definitely brought it back up, and that's good. So we'll go over here and we'll put in over here on the other side. So I'm going through the woods right here. There's a little trail, and this is where another place I put in before. Water's very low right here, but I think we can get in. I think we can go ahead and get in right here. It was a little shallower than I thought it was going to be from where I was at, so I had to move. I was dragging too much. So anyway, we got out here. Quite a bit of trees in here. You kind of got to find your way out. But if you go to the right, that'll take you down out to the Choctawhatchee. See if I can make it over this shallow spot here. Hopefully we'll see something. If not, we'll just relax and check out the creek. Current's not as bad as I thought it was going to be today. And the wind, yeah, we got a good wind blowing, but going down this little creek with all these trees around you, it blocks that wind off of you a lot. Well, that's not really a problem today either. Here ahead of us, you can see these old bridge pilings still standing. I don't know how long it's been since that bridge has been gone, but a long time. It's a part of history. That's the Highway 179 bridge. That's the one that goes from Caryville off of Highway 90 up towards Gritney. So that's where we're going under. That's where we're going to go under at. During the summertime, well, we got summertime down here almost all year long, but during the warm season, this is a pretty busy spot for this little area. They got some rope swings, and it's kind of deep right here in this curve in the river, or in the creek, my bad. But you can access this area off the highway up there. As you can tell, I don't know if it's public or private property. I've never been out here, but I have seen people out here on that rope swing. Looks like a lot of fun. I count 1, 2, 3, and then there's a little one over by the bank. I guess that's for the little kids. Saw a fish jump up there ahead of me. This creek will back up in some of the low areas where the banks ain't as high. It'll back up way into the woods, and it's hard to tell. You know, you can tell, but it's hard to tell where the creek is even at. You just got to follow the main channel, which you can do that by watching the flow of the water, and most time it's wider. One thing I hate to see out here is trash. All this trash people throw out their windows and leave laying on the ground instead of picking it up, it eventually winds up in these waterways. And that's a shame. Just pick up after yourself, what I say. You'll find these pieces of limestone like this all over the place down here, especially in the Choctawhatchee. This whole area is just known for it. You find fossils and all kinds of stuff in here. Here's another chunk of that limestone. You see them holes in it. It's washed, the water has washed it away. Kind of neat. That's just a big chunk of it buried in the dirt there. That tree's growing in it. Those trees are just so pretty out here. The oak trees hanging over the water is just pretty. I just love kayaking out here. I like going hiking and walking trails. I like to have a destination, an exciting destination to get to, a reason to do it, you know. And when you go fishing, fish don't always bite, but that's part of it. And my patience runs thin when they don't bite. I want to go. Always been like that. So I'd rather do this. I'm telling you, there is a lot of trees down here, but we can get past them. So far, we're getting past them. What in the world is that? Is that a hornet's nest? I'm not sure what that is. Oh no, I don't think that's a hornet's nest. I think it's just a knot on a tree. Yeah, that was deceiving. I think it's just a knot that's just rotted or starting to rot, because there's a couple of them higher up on this tree. You look up closer to the top, there's some up there. It's got some deformities in it. I don't know what causes that. Something causing it to stunt its growth. Could have been where it was injured when it was, probably when it was a younger tree, it was probably injured. Anyway, that's kind of neat. All right, so this is the tree that fell the last time. Now, when I came through the last time, I was with my daughter and we didn't cross it because the whole tree, the water was so low, the whole tree was out of the water still. Now it's just underneath the water right now, and probably during the summertime when it's raining a lot more, it'll be submerged even more and you could go over it. I'm not dressed for the occasion to get out, and I'm not going to portage around it. But what I am going to try to do is, the water is up, and I think it's up. It looks like it might be up high enough that I can go back down the way I came, and there's water going into the woods in there. And hopefully it's deep enough and comes out on the other side of this. It looks like it may. So we will have to see. But you can see, well, it looks like it might be about a foot deep, maybe. If it's at least a foot deep, I'm sure I can get through it. I may drag a little bit, we'll see. I'm gonna try it. We'll see what it looks like on the other side. I think we're gonna get on to the other side. Yeah, I believe I'm going to, because I can see the tree up here. But this is what it looks like when it's raining a lot. I mean, it just covers the entire woods out here. So you kind of got to figure out where the main channel of the creek is. See, over here, oh, I hit a stump. Over here, you can see there's that tree crossing the water. We were on the other side of it. So we made it around. But now back when we came the last time, the water was so low, you would have had to portage around. So we didn't want to do that. Well, I didn't want to do it with her. She wasn't interested in getting out, so that's fine. But we made it this time. So here we are. Well, I'm just so happy right now just to be able to go through and get around to the other side of that tree. So, because I haven't been up this side, I haven't been on this side, probably in about 2 or 3 months. I'm anxious to see if anything's changed. I know that tree hadn't fell back then, so there'll probably be some more. There'll probably be some more that's fallen that I might have to figure out how I'm gonna get around. But I'm not portaging around because I'm not dressed for this. I jumped in this thing in Sunday clothes. If you want to camp on the banks, there's not really a lot of places to do that. I've seen a few back there where the banks are higher that you probably could have. The only problem with that is private property. So if you do any kind of camping, you'd be doing stealth camping, and I wouldn't recommend it out here. Now, if you get further back in here and you find some little islands or something, and it's in the dry season where the ground's not just so soggy you can't do anything with it, especially if you're hammock camping, which is probably the way to go. And there's plenty of trees, so you can do that. You just don't want to come down here during the rainy season, because you never know. You come a flood when you're out here, and you get flooded when you camp. That'd be terrible. Man, it's sure pretty back here. I'm so glad I was able to get to the other side of that tree. Haven't seen a lot of wildlife, I can say that. It's cold right now though. Thought I might see a gator, but I haven't seen one. Haven't even seen a turtle. Seen a bird. directly in front of me. You can see it swirling around right here. Currents, well, the creek gets narrower in this area, and it's a little harder to paddle through. Plus, I think it splits off. Kind of goes off into the woods and comes out the other side. So when it comes together, it kind of makes a little whirlpool. Here on this creek and the rivers, and yeah, your eyes will play tricks on you when you see stuff bouncing up and down in the water like that stick. You think there's something over there coming to get you. So there's a big tree that wasn't down when I came the last time. Pretty big. This thing is supposed to make a sharp right turn. It can make a big U-turn right up here. I believe this is the sandbar I stopped on when I came the last time. Well, that's a pretty spot right there. There's two cinder blocks sitting up there. I guess that's somebody's fishing spot right here. Pretty spot. I must be getting close to another road. Let's see. I think I am. I think there's a bridge up here I'm coming up on. I forgot what they call that. Some people, I think that's the one they call Wire Bridge. I can't remember. Anyway, it's the road is Pollard Harris Road. So I'm probably gonna make it up to Pollard Harris Road Bridge. If that's Wire Bridge, somebody tell me, and go on the other side of that and take a look and turn around and come back, start heading back downstream, because I'm starting to run out of daylight. Sundown is 4:45. I don't like this time change, but it is what it is. I got a couple of flashlights, a little bit of food, but I ain't wanting to spend a night out here. Not tonight, I gotta work tomorrow. So. A lot of stuff looks the same. You can get turned around, think you're further than what you are, or not far as what you thought you was. But this is where I stopped the last time I came up here. There was some ducks, those ducks that followed me. I stopped right here on this little sandbar. And the water was higher, I think. A little bit higher then. Pretty good size. Stop and take a break there at least. Well, the sun's finally coming back out from behind the clouds as it's getting ready to set in about a little less than an hour. I'm almost up to this bridge. I gotta say, with the sun shining through these trees, with these fall colors, this is the most beautiful moment on the kayak today out here on Wright's Creek. So we're gonna go up to the bridge, go just under it, take a look, turn around and head back. There's two different names on the map for this road. One of them says Bonifay-Caryville Road, and then the other one says Pollard Harris Road. I've never heard it called Pollard Harris. Of course, I don't live over on this area, but I have heard of it called Bonifay-Caryville Road, I think. It's a dirt road. Either way, it's a dirt road. And I remember somebody that lives up here likes to park their boat up here by the bridge and leave it. See the benches they got tied to the cypress stumps, cypress knots. Guess they fish off of that. And there's a park bench down here tied to a tree. You can see it. Anyway, so on the other side of the bridge, and there's a house up here, a couple houses up here. This is one of the ones I was talking about that the ducks were staying at. Beautiful. See the sun shining through the trees over there. It's been kind of dreary this whole weekend. A little rain. Of course, we need the rain. All right, well, we're going to head on back now. So we made it back. That was a fast trip back, wasn't it? But it's starting to get dark, so I got to get this loaded up and get on out of here before it gets dark. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know I had a good time. It wasn't but 3 hours up there and back. Didn't have a whole lot of time, but it was still fun. Always is. So come back next time. We'll do it again. Have a good week.